Hi everyone, this is Maria, and today I want to share something special with you that inspired me as I researched and wrote my historical fiction mystery novel for tweens, Butterfly Hollow. Butterfly Hollow is about an 11-year-old girl named Charlene Parker whose daddy is accused of a murder that she's convinced he did not commit. The story takes place in 1934 during the Great Depression. The setting is Tennessee. So as I researched and wrote Butterfly Hollow, aside from books, surfing the internet, and watching documentaries of the Great Depression, I felt I still needed a more personal touch. So I turned to eBay, where I discovered a treasure trove of items from the 1930s. One of my lucky finds was this carved wooden box. Let me show you the treasures from the past it holds. So I'm going to make you wait just a little bit longer before I show you what's inside the box, because I want to show you the bottom of the box. And so look at this side. Isn't that pretty, you guys? And so on the bottom of the box, it's inscribed the You Name It Club. And it's dated October 11th, 1907. And so the date is also up here. It says October 11th, 07. But these words here are not very legible, so I don't know what this says. So my guess is the woman who owned this box, maybe she had this from her younger days, and she placed her special mementos inside, her keepsakes. So let's take a look inside. I'm just going to flip the top upward and over, and inside are these letters, you guys. All of these handwritten letters. And so I was so excited when I found this on eBay. There are 30 handwritten letters, 10 postcards, Christmas cards. There's even some receipts in here, even some tags from some things that she bought. And there's even a little booklet on how to take care of her furs. And so this is the Great Depression. A lot of these letters, they're dated 1934s, the 1930s, so it definitely was the Great Depression. And so when I got these letters, I think I paid something like $50 for this box and everything that was inside. And so I felt like that was a great bargain, because to me as a writer, this truly was a treasure. It inspired me. I found information in these letters. You know, these are personal letters, and so there was one letter that really stands out in my mind, where the person who was writing this woman was describing the steps of the White House, where there were men who had been out of work, because there were many people who were out of work during the Great Depression and they couldn't find jobs, and they were just sleeping and laying around on the White House steps. And so that just conjured up an image in my mind. I mean, we knew the Great Depression was really bad, you know, for a lot of people, and people were really suffering, you know, with their finances. They were losing their homes, losing their farms. You know, men had to move away from home and leave their families to go look for jobs. They hopped rails. Even sons did that, and even daughters, even girls. And so in my story, Butterfly Hollow, there is a hobo girl. She tied this with a little string here. It looks like embroidery thread. Oh, I want to show you, her name was Mrs. Hattie Smith, and she lived in Youngstown, Ohio. And this letter right here is dated December 19th, 1934. Now, these are the kinds of things I was looking for. Look at the postage stamps, you guys. This is 1.5 cents. And so I don't even know how much a stamp costs today. I can't remember, because it just keeps going up, it seems. This one is marked October 1934. It's October 30th. And this stamp, someone put a 2-cent stamp on here. And there's another 2-cent stamp. This letter is a little bit thicker, and that's probably why they put 2 cents on there. Here's one for 3 cents. It says mail early for Christmas, and it's dated December 20th, 1934. I love looking at all of these, you guys, these postmarks. This is so neat. And so, yeah, I love these. And I know I read every single one, although I'd have to read them again because I can't remember everything that was in them. But her name is on every single one. And so I do recall that a lot of them were from family members, like her children. I think financially she was all right. And so because she was buying furs, but she did buy them on layaway. And she made $5 payments, she made $10 payments. And so I do have the receipts in the back. I think this is the one, let me see. And then look at all the postcards, so those were fun to read. I just love those. And so I just love keeping them bundled up just like that. Here's a little booklet that says how to take care of your furs. Well, of course, it's not right to have furs nowadays. You'd have to have faux fur, but back then, this is 1934, when that was very stylish to have, right? And this says Abraham's Coat Suits Millinery, Youngstown, Ohio, Mrs. Hattie Smith, and let's see, it says fur, $5, and it was for a layaway, her account. And so you can see there are several receipts in here. There's also tags in here with how much she paid for things. Here's one that says $150. And then here's the other one that says special sale price, $75. A writer can learn a lot from a personal letter, right? So let me go ahead and show you what else is inside the box. Inside, sandwiched between this cardboard, is something so special, you guys. And I did use this idea in Butterfly Hollow in one of the last chapters. And so I'm just going to set this aside. It's in a plastic bag, and you can see it's a heart shape. And actually what it is, let me show you. So this is a small booklet made from birch bark. It's a soft wood, and it's dated 1896. It's carved all the way around, these little flowers, and it's fastened by this little blue ribbon that's still holding it together, you guys. Oh my gosh, these pages are so thin and fragile. Look at that. And this is wood, you guys. It says from Boyd to John. Someone really took the time to make this forget-me-not. And look at this little flower that's carved in here. And then on this page, it looks like there's some Bible verses here. And May 26, 96, and it has initials here, H, N, S, and JB. I think this is just the sweetest thing. Look at the artwork. Isn't this pretty? And there's some more initials there, and I can't quite make out that word. And then the last page, it says Proverbs on here. And so there's a verse written here and some more flowers. You can see the wood is splitting right here at the top. And then on the back, you guys, look at this, the little bird that's carved in here on the little tree stump. This is just so beautiful. And it's dated again right at the bottom here, August 2nd, 1896. And so I totally fell in love with this the moment I saw it. I just almost couldn't breathe, you guys. And so I did use it in Butterfly Hollow. I mean, how could I not, right? It's a really tender moment in the story towards the end. So it must have been very special to Hattie to hold on to it all of those years and to keep it tucked inside this special box under her letters. So the last thing I want to share with you is this small tablet. And so it's a diary, a journal from another little girl, not Hattie. I actually purchased this at an estate sale with some other ephemera and photographs, vintage photos. And so, but this is dated like in the 20s, 1927 is when it begins, and it ends in 1928. And so I'm sure Hattie wouldn't mind if I keep it inside the box for safekeeping. So let me go ahead and read you just a couple of the entries. So the diary belonged to Violet Easterly, and it says here that she lived in Los Angeles, and she wrote here diary book. And so let's go ahead and read the first entry. So the diary starts September 3rd, 1927. This is just 2 years before the stock market crashed and the Great Depression began. It says, I went to my cousin Agnes Wilfertig's wedding. It was the first wedding I've ever been to. Helen was flower girl. That's so sweet. So the next entry is dated September 4th, 1927. It says, I went to the beach Sunday and Monday, went fishing but did not catch any fish, went in the water and had a nice time. It was the first time I have ever been on a barge at Newport or any other place. The next entry is dated September 6, 1927. And so Violet wrote, I dropped my doll named Gypsy Queen on the sidewalk. I cried and cried because Mama would not let me have another one. So now I'd like to end this video with Violet's last entry. It's dated December 15, 1928. I was in the hospital at 8 o'clock. I was operated on. They took my appendix out. Daddy was there and saw it. I was in the hospital 3 weeks. So imagine this little girl wrote her words down in this little small tablet of paper 89 years ago. In just 11 years, this will be 100 years old. Everything is tucked nice and neat back inside Hattie's little wooden box. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.